Well, Coach, I appreciate you giving me some time here after the game tonight. Just talk to me a little bit about where you think your team's at. I know in the non-league, off the top of my head here this year, you've had about 3 or 4 or 5 set heartbreakers where your team's been right on the verge, just kind of learning how to get over the hump. Is that what it is? Just kind of give me an update on the Lady Red Streaks.
Yeah, so I think we kind of rely on some of our younger players, and I think they're just trying to figure out how to win right now. We get up to that point, and it's like we feel a lot of pressure. So I think we're still in those growing pains trying to figure it out, but we've had a lot of 5-set with non-conference, and I've been very pleased. I've been happy. We look great at times, but I think a lot of it is just lack of experience in the winning department.
Well, even tonight, it was hard for me to put my finger on just one thing. You were in all 3 sets up around 14, 15, 16, 17, and then it would kind of get away.
Yeah.
Is there something, one area that you kind of feel like it's the foundation or that the focus starts with?
Yeah, I think there are times our service receive is not up to par at times, and it gets right when we hit the 14-15 range. I feel like that pressure kind of steps in, and where other teams serve more aggressive than we do, so we start kind of backing off instead of trying to push harder and push through the service receive. We kind of shell up, and we don't want to pass the ball or get a hit down, things like that. So I don't think we're being aggressive enough in those areas when it gets to the 15 further range.
Well, it's funny you say that, because you kind of moved me into my next thing perfectly. You know, when I think of volleyball over the last 15 to 20 years in this league, and I think of passing, I think of you in a hurry. Few have played the back row like you. I know you, 2,000 digs there in your final career match, if I'm not mistaken. We have a lot of kids tonight. I know there's going to be a couple. Allie Bennett, Zane Trace, the Carroll girl at Dean is outstanding. She's going to go to 1,000 just her junior year. And I know we've had several in the league. I know Lockwood's a junior, and Laney Hills. So we have a lot of kids starting to do some of those things. I wanted to ask you about the skill of passing. You know, first of all, the foundation of it, was it something that you started at a really, really young age? Is junior high too late? Like, talk to me about the teaching of the skill.
Yeah, so I think I started in 5th grade is when I got moved to a libero position, and I feel like it's never too early to start. If you know, you know, and I wasn't even the short kid then. I know that's what everyone's like, oh, you're short back row. I wasn't even a short kid then. It's just something I enjoyed. So I went out there and I was like, yeah, I'll go do it. I was a setter some, but I never think it's too early. And sometimes I think junior high might be a little late to start in on things. So if you see a kid, I mean, coming out of camps, and that's what Tina McGill did. She saw a little kid, and we had passing competitions, and I would outpass the high schoolers just going out there. So that's kind of where I started it in the 5th grade. So sometimes I get a little nervous when I see a junior high kid. I'm like, oh, I want to form them into this great libero or great back row passer or DS, and sometimes it might be a little too late in the junior high realm.
Yeah, well, I tell you, that's really good stuff. And as we look to honor a lot of these kids this year, with some of them being juniors, I think some of them are going to push that 14, 15, 1600 range by next year. So, hey, I appreciate the time. Hang in there with what you're doing here. I know they got the right person for the job, and best of luck the rest of the way out.